Hello there, and welcome back. I am Fly Penguin, and this is the Covenant Rank 25 Expert Challenges. If you're new to Monster Train, and I think many people will be, because Xbox Game Pass just received Monster Train as one of its featured games, which is super awesome. I played it on console last night with a controller and everything. It was just kind of a surreal experience playing it on the couch, but I played as the Hellhorned and the Awoken on Covenant Rank 0 with the most basic of basic cards, and I thought I want to do that same run, but I want to use the Cultivate triggers and then kind of a self-damage strategy with the torches. So if you're relatively new, this should actually all look very familiar, just played with someone who has 250, 300 hours in the game. And we're also going to be at Covenant Rank 25, but a lot of the same principles will apply. So, Awoken, we're going to go the regular one, the Sentient, and I'm looking for a very specific Sentient upgrade, and then Torch just to damage ourselves. And then this is the unique part, the Covenant Rank 25 Challenge, Stewardship. These unlock once you beat the game at Covenant Rank 25, and I'm chewing through them slowly but surely. Sharpen is going to be a really good card for this setup. Vent I'm okay with, and Preserve Thorns is fine as well. Seraph the Patient, I don't know if you scare me or not with this deck. I'm going to be completely honest, so I'm just going to go with it. Yeah, we're not really worried about that. The reason I think that this will work is because the Sentient upgrade for Cultivate, where's that? We didn't get it. All right, so we have to reroll. You normally won't have to do this, but because I'm fishing for a very specific thing, I'm just going to play it out. So the Cultivate set still didn't get it. All right, well, that's the kind of luck that you can expect to see. Hold on. I don't even care what my cards were. I don't even care what that is. Just I need to make sure I have the Cultivate trigger. Give me... What are we doing here? How is this possible? All right. One more. Revenge Cultivate 1, draw 1 each turn. How about that? This just changed recently, the Cultivate 1. It means that it adds damage and attack to anything that is near your Sentient, anything that has low health near your Sentient, which is awesome. So I'm going to try to buff up these multi-strike stewards by putting them next to the Sentient. I kind of have a plan, a very rough plan. Awake is a good card to start with as well. Hidden Passage is fine. At the start of your turn, add a sting spell to your hand. I don't know that I need that because we're going to get a ton of draw from this draw 1 each turn revenge. So we're going to get a ton of draw already. I don't really need the draw from stings. I don't really want stings either because they're not incredibly good against Seraph the Patient. I'm going to take Rage, adding a little bit of damage per stack. That's not the best card you could start with. To be honest, this is kind of a meh start. But I will take it. Enemy units starting with an armor plus 10, I don't think is a problem. So I noticed, I played last night on the Xbox for the first time, and I noticed that everything was laid out control scheme, controller, obviously. I think it was incredibly intuitive. I found it really easy to use the thumbstick to flip between the layers. You can change the speed with like left bumper, I think. You can look at the map with something else. You can look at your deck with select. I had an overall pretty good experience with it, and so I would not be surprised if more people picked up the game and kind of got into it. So totally expecting that. I also have a mod on that throws people's faces on the stewards. This person is the CEO of Shiny Stew, the development studio that made it. So everyone say hi to Mark. The Sentience upgrade means that we can actually hurt ourselves, and our damage is going to go up by 1. And that's going to be like the cornerstone for this entire fight. Yeah, you have Slay. So let's do this. And that means your damage goes up. We did it. We'll put that there. I don't really need to play the Wildwood Sap because I'm only going to take 3 damage. So I would prefer to... the collector didn't spawn up here. It spawned over here. I put him up here to collect the collector, but that didn't happen. We're going to need to gather as much money as possible because we have this tithe. The problem, though, is I'm not actually going to be able to get it. I don't think. If I lay both of you down, you will deal 20 damage, which will not kill him. You will deal another 20 damage, which will kill him. But these guys will go away for free. So I'm not really worried about them, to be honest. Like, I don't really need to do anything on this floor. I'm just going to put you there. Maybe I'll put you... Nah, let's just heal. Let's just heal up. Get the regen on him. There's nothing I can do down here. Yeah, maybe taking the armor was a bad idea because we really don't have that much damage in the deck. I mean, I guess I could like hidden passage some guys or something like that, but yeah, I really don't have that much going on. So maybe I toss you up. I don't need to play this. I think we're fine. I will buff you up using that. I'll play that, and then we'll just chill. Ideally, we won't have to worry about these guys getting to the top because we'll kill the boss on the first round, and we did, so I wasn't really concerned about those two. Even better, I can just toss you, get you out of here, and then kill them anyway. That's one way in which Ascend and Descend cards are really good. I'm going to try to be a little bit more beginner-friendly with this video just because I do anticipate a lot of people coming in for the first time. Not necessarily that you would click on episode 35 of a long-standing series for your first video, but who knows. Razor Sharp Edge should be pretty solid with what we got going on. Restoration Detonation is also really good with the Sentient. That's going to help us kill some of these frontliners. And then, I don't really know. I don't think I need another Wildwood Sap. Let's get Razor Sharp actually, because the extra damage combined with a multi-strike is going to be kind of like the core tenet of this deck. So I'm content with that. The problem being that we won't have any backline damage. So I need people to be able to clear out the backline, which is where I think Molting Imp and Vent comes in. I think Vent does a slightly better job of it because I can play it without having to have capacity. What about you guys, huh? None of you really make any sense in this deck, I don't think. I'm really just focusing on anyone that has multi-strike, and obviously like none of the demon units do, or anyone that has rage because of our resonant shard. So I don't particularly want any of you. I'm going to skip. There's nothing wrong with doing that, even if it was the bonus from my taking that trial. I think I would prefer to go for an Awoken Banner here. I really want either. Well, these are the exact two units that I was going to say that I want. I either want the Shattered Shell or the Animus of Will. I want the Animus of Will because the 2 multi-strike means Cultivate is just going to blow out of proportion with it. So I absolutely love this combo. Shattered Shell is also really good because I can lay you behind the Sentient and you are going to get stronger and stronger. I think Animus of Will might be slightly better since we have a Vent in the deck. The Vent is going to let us sweep those backliners. And then Hidden Passage is going to let us like get rid of the tanks and whatnot. So I actually think that just raw damage is better than the sweep. So I'm going to go Animus of Will. If we can find a Shattered Shell somewhere else, maybe we'll do that and go for like a capacity upgrade or something. Who knows? Haven't really figured that out yet. This deck is definitely a work in progress. It's kind of theoretical at this point. I would have preferred a +10 magic power there, but we're not going to get it, or we didn't get it. So I'm going to go... I actually want to make you free. I want to make the Razor Sharp Edge free. I want to play that basically every time I see it. So that might not be the best thing to do with it, but the other options were like the Awake. I'm probably not going to play Awake too much until my health gets much higher, because right now like we're not really dealing with really big numbers. I'll take that. We have a lot of healing in the deck. So there's some things that scale later on to the game, and I think Awake is one of those cards. I am content with this. This unit is just going to wreck because you're going to be getting basically plus like 6 damage every time I get attacked. Cultivate 1 means +3 damage then, because it'll be +1 and you'll attack 3 times. So that's going to be really good. I will put both of you guys here. I probably should have put one up top to collect the collector, but that's okay. We'll get a torch. Yeah, there it is. We'll just use the torch here. I'm not using the torch on the Sentient, or I didn't use it on the Sentient, which is kind of the opposite of what I want, but that's fine. I'll put you there. You're going to kill this Disciple, the Foot Soldier or whatever his name is. A little concerned about my Pyre health already, since these guys have 9 damage. I do not want them to be knocking on my Pyre's door. How about we do a little Healy Poo, huh? I could do this as well. There's a lot of things I could do here. I think we're probably not going to kill the boss on the first try unless we get some sort of like 3 torch setup next turn. We could get that. So maybe I'll just heal, and then that's not going to do anything. So yeah, all right, we'll just play it as it is. I would prefer to... Yeah, 28 damage is a little spooky. Oh, he's the sweep enemy. Yeah, we're not surviving this, because no matter how much I buff you up on the attack side, you're just gonna die 2 hits anyway. So I'm just gonna ignore this floor. Like, this floor is dead to me. I might as well focus on every other floor. I will put the shiny stew there. I will torch you so you don't hurt my Pyre. And then honestly, if I give you regen, does that do anything? No, it doesn't. So let's just torch you. Get you out of the deck. All right, that should be fine. I think you will start to cultivate yourself once this Animus dies. So since you're cultivating yourself, that's where a lot of that 74 damage is coming from, because you'll get hit, you'll cultivate, and then you'll be able to deal 1 damage back. I'm just going to slow that down, just in case that's what happens. Okay, maybe not that slow. Boom. Yeah, you heal. Attack. All right, so you get your 3 hits in, which is fine. Attack. You cultivated yourself, and then now there's this like tiny little unit back and forth that's going to happen, which is just kind of humorous. It's like a brick wall fighting another brick wall, because he's got the health, I don't know, unmovable object or something like that. You're dead now. It's fine. I don't need to come up with my own metaphors. You're dead. Won't be around to hear him. How about that? Good job, Mark. You're killing it. Another unit upgrade is going to be nice as well. Glimmer might not be a bad idea. It's a really good card. Steel Enhancer is also going to be super nice with our Animus of Will. Just keep him alive a little bit and kind of like expedite the cultivation process, essentially. I think we'll go Glimmer, though. Backline damage is going to be really important against Seraph the Patient, and we have none of it. So that's my thoughts. Ritual Battle, also really good with Animus of Will. We're honestly getting really good cards. We just don't have any upgrades yet. We haven't hit any stores yet to make it better. I could take the Branded Warrior and then throw you in the back behind a Shiny Stew, and the Shiny Stew would benefit a little bit from it. I could also use Wilting Sapwood as a tank. I don't like any of this, to be honest with you. I think I take the Branded Warrior. Let's take you. You will clear off units on the middle floor, because I think when you're at Covenant rank 25, you definitely need like 2 or 3 good floors as opposed to just 1. Merchant of Steel for sure. I'd like to upgrade my units ASAP. If we get Dante, this run would just be insane. So I'm kind of, okay. I'm going to take almost every cave I can. Rare, Melting, Stygian, or Umbra. I feel like Stygian would be the most important here. I'm content with Siren Song. Like, I'll definitely take this. Gifts for a Guard, no, because I don't want it to hit my torches, and if it does hit my torches, I can't use them to self-damage. Spike the Stygian is fine. I think I'd rather go Siren Song on this one, and that's an okay card to have. It's kind of like a emergency, break glass in case of emergency kind of card. Endless is unfortunate, but that's fine. Plus 25 to you, maybe? So you don't die, because you're not going to be on the Cultivate floor. That could be helpful as well. It'll keep you alive through like 1 sweep or some spikes, maybe. Yeah, that'll let us escape spikes. So I'm actually going to take this. It's kind of weak, but it's stronger than nothing. It's stronger than nothing. That doesn't really inspire confidence. I'm going to make one of you strong. We'll make one of you good. And then you can go in front of this Branded Warrior, and together you guys can pillage any of the units that get past me. Talos, I think, rearranges my units, which is spooky, because this Animus of Will is not going to survive very long, so really need to take that in consideration. Not much I can do about it, though. Like, it's just going to be the way it is. Branded Warrior, you're going to die if I put you down there, unfortunately, so I think you go top floor. We'll just set up on the top floor with our other 2 units. We'll play you there, we'll play you there, and I need to get you to cultivate Animus as many times as possible. So I actually don't want to vent, or I don't want to kill this foot soldier, because I need you to cultivate for whenever you're in the front line, so that you don't die, or so that you don't die whenever you're in the front line. Because whenever Talos hits this guy, like, you're going to the front. So let's just do this. Not really concerned about the vent. Here, Talos, take 0 damage. How about that? All right. You're gonna go kill him, huh? That's what you're gonna do. All right, we have to put you there to save. This is a solid play. We also could just daze 3 our Talos. It does work that way, right? It doesn't ascend you to the fire room. I think so. Yeah, daze 3. All right, cool. So that actually means you won't be swapping my units around, which is super nice of you. Thank you for doing that. I would like you to die. So I'm going to send you to the top so you can just get killed. You'll get killed by this guy, which will rage everybody, which is awesome. Boom, raged. I don't really care what's going on down here. We're still getting cultivate stacks, which is sweet. You're relatively strong now. I could give you a ton of rage and end the turn, or I kind of forgot that I had a big one. Oops. These guys are going to die, which is good. They will die whenever they get up there, which is fine. I think I would honestly prefer to self-damage to get your Cultivate stacks up. So let's just do that. We'll raise you a little bit, because you're going to be... No, you won't. You're dazed still. Look at that. The dazed is that wasn't a bad idea, actually. I forgot how good that card can be against some of the Seraphs. I guess that's really good against Seraph the Patient as well, because we can kind of like stack daze on you. The problem, though, is you can only play it when they're on the top floor. So it's not like I'm going to be able to put holdover on that and cheese Seraph or something like that. This is fine. This is a fine setup. You having 31 means you'll kill pretty much anything here. No, you're going to get the kills, and then you will hit Talos. Whatever. Nothing I can do about that. You have an incant, right? Yeah, you're fine. Boom. Interesting. So you will now have less HP than the Animus of Will, which means you're going to start cultivating yourself. So it's actually a good idea to get your health up higher so that you start cultivating this guy. Because I don't want you, well, it doesn't really matter, but I don't want you cultivating yourself. I'd prefer for you to cultivate the Animus of Will. Unfortunately, we're just not going to be able to make that happen because we're taking 4 and 5 damage, but the more we can heal you, the better. Not worth playing, I think. I think we just chill. We'll just play one of you guys here, and then we'll hang out. Boom, boom, attack, attack. Oh, yeah, everything's good. The more I could heal our sentient, the better. That would be a good play. Then we'll start cultivating Animus of Will. Wildwood Sap would also be a good play. I could passage this guy. Yeah, I should definitely passage this guy. Passage you, get you out of there. Now you'll die. Boom. Honestly, I might just do it again. Nah, we'll heal. We'll heal. You're getting enough on your own. Boom. So having these train stewards is really not that big of a deal. The downside to having no gold, I guess, means that we're not going to be able to give this Animus of Will very much. Not going to have very many interesting things going on. Talos, you're totally dead. Totally dead. We'll torch you for funsies. How about that? But I do like the Cultivate. I think Cultivate is going to make up for it, especially if we can get a ton of regen on you. You're just going to be a boss slayer because you're cultivating the unit behind you, and then you're regenning to keep your health super topped off. And so since your health is like incredibly high, this card's going to be really good. Cycle of Life is going to be fantastic. Because your health's really high, against anyone who has like 4,000 HP or something ridiculous like Seraph might, basically you're going to get a ton of free health or free damage on that backline unit. So Cycle of Life I definitely want. I want to get our Sentient's health as high as possible. Alpha Friend is also a good backline unit to just slay bosses, but I'm not really thinking I'm going to have problems slaying bosses. I think I'm having problems slaying normal units. So I actually don't want any of you guys. Or do I? No, I kind of like the Branded Warrior setup. And I'm not going to be able to pay to get you multi-strike anyway, which you kind of need. So, no, this is fine. This is fine. More energy, I think. Especially because we just took another 3-cost card. Alright, what would help our deck the most? Right now, we have no damage for frontliners. Like, these guys are only going to be able to put out 20. You can put out a ton of damage, but it'll take a while. You can put out a ton of damage, but it'll take a while as well. So, like, we have no frontline damage. So in order to buff our frontline damage, I think we need to do a couple of different things. We either need a way to scale faster, or we need cards like this to be cheaper. Well, this is also scaling faster. We need cards like these to be higher damage, like Vent, to be able to wipe units quicker with spells. We don't really have any good spells for that, maybe Glimmer. So I'm kind of thinking we definitely need to go Merchant of Magic on this one, because this is not going to help us scale faster. Like, none of this will. So I'd rather go over here. There's a potential we get like, I was hoping we got the other one. So this Thorn Hollow didn't get changed. Its Rejuvenate trigger is still spikes, but the other Thorn Hollow, I'm gonna do a quick little tutorial. The other Thorn Hollow, or the other Hollow, got a sweet change that I experienced for the first time last night as I was playing this on the Xbox. Rejuvenate Cultivate 2, which means he can hold down a floor by himself with someone like this, and he basically becomes another champion. It's absurd. But if you give this guy a bunch of regen, in the same way that you have your champion. Like, you can just scale out of this world. So Awoken and Hollow with another Animus of Will is super good. I maybe will take another one of these. I'd much rather just prefer to dupe you and then throw you behind the Sentient. Yeah, I don't like it. Thorn Hollow, you could go in front of this Branded. It's really not that great though. Like, we have a bunch of mediocre units. I think I'd rather just invest in one Steward that I already have. So I'm gonna skip. We need all the money we can get anyway. Remove Consume, huh? Not worth it. 10 magic power, definitely worth it on the Glimmer. -1 on you is sweet. Because I want to play you as much as possible, essentially. Purge. Oh, is it worth purging, though? We don't have hardly any cash. No purges here. There's one purge here. I probably won't go magic, though. I'll probably go steel. We might go boons on this one to go for the concealed caves. Because if we find Dante, like, this run is saved. Dante would be stupid strong with this Cultivate trigger. I think I will probably go this way, take the money, go for Dante. Trinkets is going to be a waste. Like, we're not going to get anything out of it. So I'm good with purging. I'm good with purging a Steward. Just one. That's all we can afford anyway. All right, hit me with the Cultivate. We're going all in on it. It might be a better idea to get, like, the Cultivate trigger along with something else. I don't want to think that through. I don't want spikes that'll murder our backliners. Backliners do not have the health for that, unfortunately. Top 4 got messed up because of the Covenant 20 shrinkage, which is unfortunate. I'm not going to be able to kill anybody this time. Yes, I will. I'll be able to use Vent. Okay, so we'll play you. Play you up top. Toss you in the middle. We'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna play this guy up top because there's going to be a lot of haste units coming through, so I'd rather have my second floor on the top than on the bottom, or on the middle. The other thing is I wanted to get this collector, which works out really nicely, so there you go. How about... No, this doesn't make any sense. How about we cultivate... Cultivate, and then kill the backliners. The cultivation triggers, like being able to cultivate, is, I think, worth it, and then you add the draw. So, like, that's really good. Oh no, maybe you just get the draw 2 each turn. The draw 2 isn't contingent on the revenge. Actually, I think that's the case. I think I misunderstood that. So you get the draw no matter what, which is good. 1, 2, yeah. So we get the draw. It's not like we got it twice or whatever. I am pretty much always gonna play this card on you because that's just gonna up our boss killing ability by, like, just a ridiculous amount. You go perfectly in front of him because you're nice and big, huge, my friend. And then we'll give you some sap. Give you some sap. How about that? I don't think they're going up to the top because we had spikes, so that was a good thing. The spikes are just gonna wipe out these guys, so I'm not really worried about them for the rest of the fight. Plus 10 on you. Not needed, actually. Toss. Yeah, not needed. I'd really just be playing it for the regen, which I might as well do this instead. They're pretty good. Kill you, huh? Might as well cultivate. When in doubt, I guess. It does disincentivize you from having a huge deck, though, which is a thing that if you have Tithe, you really can't worry about, because, like, Tithe basically makes you have... You can't really just purge cards very often. You have to kind of deal with what you get. Oh, this would be amazing. You kind of just have to deal with whatever it is you get. You can't really be picky with Tithe, or you have to be picky with Tithe because you can't purge. So as good as this setup is, I kind of hindered myself quite a bit by having Stewardship instead. But that's fine. We're still going to be totally fine. Like, we just slaughtered this boss. You now have 77 or so, and I think like 40 of that was from the Cultivate triggers, which is awesome. Restoring Retreat, be okay. Not really what I need, though. Healing spells cost -1 on this floor. Not what I need. That would be good if we were running the Rejuvenate or running Cultivate. If I had that rejuvenate guy, the other tanky unit, that would Edgebriar would be an instant pick for me, but not the case. Don't really want any of these. I already have plenty of draw. Ascend and apply daze 2 would be good for Seraph, so I will gladly take you. I think that other card, the one that would, the piercing thing that would hurt me and add armor, would also be really good for this enchant because it also just triggers the Cultivate. But I really want to deal with a patient. I think Seraph is going to be a monster this fight. I think we're going to have a hard time chewing through the units that Seraph is tossing at us. So I want to go this way. I want the money. Yeah, I want the money so that next round we maybe can upgrade the Merchant of Steel and then also shoot for Dante again. Dante. None. Okay. These two changes were made in the newest patch as well. Bone Shine and Bone Rattler were both upgraded. I still don't think they're worth it. Still don't need it. One of them basically raises your attack power by quite a lot more than it used to, and then the other one is a permanent heal, or a heal, and then it tosses itself out of the deck. So instead of like tiny little heals every time you use it, yeah, we're not getting anything out of this. So I didn't want any of these anyway. All those were weak with what we're setting up. So, oh, you're spooky, aren't you? You're a spooky one. So we're going to want ridiculously high health numbers on our sentient, and we're also going to want spikes on our sentient, and then we also are going to have to set up on the middle floor and then maybe put a bunch of trained stewards on the bottom floor. That's the way I see it. Non-boss MU is getting +6. I don't actually think I can handle, even though I really want the cash. No, that doesn't hurt us. That isn't that big of a deal because we're not filling the room anyway. So sentient, you're fine. Random warrior, you're good. Can't play that. Shiny Stew, go for it. I choose you, and then here's a regen. Cool. So he got the kills, but he buffed this guy up quite a bit. Here is this for us. I would love to torch you, but I can't, so how about that? That's the next best thing. Torch. Can't play you anyway. I'm a little concerned about these big bruiser guys. I don't think I'm going to have enough health to get past them. This is a good play. It's going to kill these guys anyway, so it kind of has like a double effect there. I could just toss you, and you would die to the pyre. That might be the play, actually. Let's just get you out of here. You're going to die to the pyre. I'm going to take one hit because you'll have 13 health left over, but that'll be fine. Boom, boom, attack, hit. Yeah. Getting a little low on health there, especially because we're going to need to be topped off to survive this crystal cloak. Which one is big? I'm waiting on the big train steward. I guess we haven't gotten him yet. Why are you getting so much health? Oh, because you're dying. I don't want you to die. I prefer for you not to die anyway. I guess I have to play you there just to save him, huh? Might be a good idea to throw you up. Yeah. Let's get one of you guys out of here. Toss you up. Now you go to the back, which is good because you don't do anything when you're in the back. I am going to save myself the 9 damage, even though it hurts a... Oh, I should have played Vent. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I also probably just should have played Glimmer. This is going to be painful, but not by that much, especially because you're going below the 60 threshold. I think it'd be best to hurt you. Yeah, it would. Let's do that. It's better than the heal, I think. And then this vent doesn't do anything, so. Okay. We're going to be taking some damage, but it's manageable damage. I saw some of the new artifacts that were being presented as a part of the kind of like the regular showcase that they do, that the Monster Train devs do. And one of them was an artifact that drops your health to 40 or raises your health to 40 every single encounter. And then for every point above it you're at, you get like 2 times that number minus 40 gold. So it would drop me, if I was a 68, it would drop me down to 40. I would get 28 times 2 gold, or like, what, 50, 66 or something like that. And so you'd get 66 gold just by coming into this fight and taking the big hit. It's like a balancing act. I thought that was so cool. Wow, I would really like this steward to be dead. But I guess what I'm going to have to do, because we only have 1 wave, is just put you there, and you will block for like a few rounds of stealth, which will be nice. This is going to be super nice because I need you to be healed all the way up. This boss is pretty fragile, but you basically just have to outlast its, 8 sections of stealth. So how many am I going to outlast here? I don't know, but it'll be a few. It'll be at least like 4, which is perfect. You're fine. You're dead. If that gets you quick, that'd be good as well. And put sap on you. We will heal you some more. I will torch you, and then I will heal you. It's like torch, heal, torch, heal, torch, heal. And then one return. Okay. Boom. Yeah, you're going to have 3 stacks. You should be dead. You're totally dead. Spikes, life, wonderful. It's super good in this situation. The one return. Okay. But yeah, I thought that new artifact sounded amazing. And there's plenty of them like that. There's one of them that basically draws a random, conscripts a random unit from a random clan every turn. It's just absurd. Or not every turn, at the beginning of every turn. Beginning of every encounter, I think. Every ring. It's just incredibly cool. Some neat stuff. I don't really need the draw, so I don't really want either of these. I actually think Pyrogrow might be a good card for this situation. I need Ember. We're kind of low on Ember. I think that's a good play. Inferno, I'm not going to play that often. Imp in a Box, I don't really need. Pyre Chomper, you would take care of my Ember problem, but I don't have the capacity for you a lot of the time. I do have the capacity for you, actually. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go Imp in a Box. I think... No, ooh, I'm now considering Inferno for dealing damage to that floor that I don't have anyone on. That might save us in a few really random scenarios at the end. Because at the end, I'm just not going to have that much damage to dish out to these big tanky boys. All right, we have to go this way. We need the money. And Dante, 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 Dante. Say it with me. Dante, Dante, Dante. That's not Dante. That's a store. Is Dante the shopkeeper? He is not. I would like a random Hellhorn card? I think Stygian consumables are better. Frostbite 6 to enemy units. Sure, we'll take it. It's free, it consumes. It's basically just a one-time use clear of the back line. Plus chip damage on somebody. It's kind of whatever. This is what I've really been waiting for. Large stone. Oh, no. That's not what I want. I wanted another multi-strike. I would love another multi-strike. Or quick, to be honest. Is it worth re-rolling to get those? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I would get it either. Swing for the fences. Let's do it. Quick. We got quick. All right, cool. Quick's going to be awesome with Animus of Will. It's going to save us. Oh, no, it's not. It's not going to save us anything. It'll still work. It'll still work. It might not be as good as I was thinking it was, but it'll still work. Shiny Stew with spikes is fine. I'm actually thinking this might be the best upgrade for you. I do like that in the new update they added the plus 10 with the spikes update because I think that makes it much more tolerable. That might not be a bad idea. That's going to save you a lot of damage whenever those little backliners are attacking you at the end of the game, but I don't think that 3 spikes is enough to kill them. I think you need 5 spikes. So I think maybe this is just the better play. We'll just give you some health. We'll make you big and beefy. You're beautiful. You will sit on the top floor in front of my rage guy who's just kind of like ancillary to the whole thing. I'm not really worrying about him. He's just kind of there. He's just kind of there to finish off anyone in the background. And because he's good at finishing off people, like he does a little bit more damage. Punches above his weight a little bit. I don't want to play that. I don't want to daze my units already, so we'll do this. We'll do that. We'll... Actually, just vent these boys, huh? Yeah, I'll just vent them. Boom. All right, cool. Easy enough. Kind of a weak turn, but it works. What do you got? When someone dies. Well, no one's dying, so that's good. This is where the Inferno is going to start to come in handy. Whenever we set up like this, we can start rolling Inferno into here. I doubt I'm going to be able to afford being able to make it a, like, repeatable card that I use very often. Dazing you doesn't do anything, so this is not really worth anything. Neither of you are my big boys. I guess we'll just chill. I kind of want you dead, so I guess I'll play that. It's kind of a weak turn. Our whole deck is a little weak right now. Non-morsel cards, they're not getting played here anyway. You're good there. please damage myself. I need to get more damage on this guy like ASAP. This will kill every unit here, which is perfect. This is good. Just get you out of the deck. It's not a great setup, but it works. It's not a great setup. As I was playing yesterday for the first time in a long time without any of the covenants enabled, I was playing like on the Xbox with a controller, which is just, it feels really good, by the way. The controls are really solid with the controller. I had considered just like playing this one with it, to be honest. But as I was doing that, I realized that playing without a full set of cards, like you don't start with Awake, you know? Playing without a full set of cards totally changes the way the game plays. It's very different, and it's interesting. I beat Seraph with like what felt like just torches and glimmers. I mean, it was a totally different style of deck. You always get played. You guys, I'm scared of. You have to get played, and then really, there's nothing I can do. So, go for it. But it just totally changes the way you play or you see the game, and I guess that's your introduction to the whole thing, right? So if you came in through the Game Pass and you just wanted to play, you know, just like try it out. You're trying out every game that might be on Game Pass, for example. It's kind of cool to see that is, I don't know, that's your introduction or whatever, and like this is how you would play the game from the start. I feel like they added mutators a little too quickly. Like if you're brand new, after your first run, you get mutators. And so I was like, wait, why would I put them on? Like I want to learn the game normally. But maybe that's just me being like, you should learn the real game before you try new stuff. I don't know, I'm just being a gatekeeper in that way. Tiresome Climb to toss you up is going to save me a lot of damage, I think, to the Pyre, because then you'll have 2 dazed. Essentially act like a Pyre song there, or a Siren song there. Not really scared of any of you guys. I could still rage up. I think it's worth it. Boom, spooky rage. I'll take the 3 damage, that's fine. Boom. All right. You did some damage, but not as much as you could have done. And then down low is just spooky as always. I think we get our Inferno though. We do, so we can just knock you guys out. Yeah, everyone's dying. Look at that. We did it. Honestly, I don't want to play. I really need to make this card cost less. Because I wanted to play both of these, but I'm not going to be able to. This is necessary. This is actually not that necessary. Let's torch you, and then we'll Inferno here. Yeah, we get the 100 damage on Arcus as well. Cool. Arcus, I think we'll just prep for you, huh? We'll torch, we'll rage, and then we'll chill. Like, you should be plenty spooky. 105 times, you do 300 damage a turn. You're still not killing, huh? What about that? That's plenty. That's what I thought. You just needed a slight little push to change the numbers in our favor. So the Cultivate strat is incredibly good against bosses because it just ramps up your backliner's damage throughout the engagement. Super effective. I like Spike. I like Railspike. I like Dark Deal as well because I can just use that on my Sentient. I think Railspike's better and always better. Yeah, I enjoy that. We could dupe you if we threw a Light of Seraph down. Oh, we could totally play Brand of Warrior down here too, and then you could give Rage to Animus of Will. But Seraph kind of murders Super Force because it just keeps putting damage, or keeps putting, what am I looking for? Just continues to put melee weakness on the Sentient. Sentient? I know it's like the British pronunciation of it versus the American pronunciation of it, but I feel like in a game like this, it seems more proper to call it the Sentient instead of the Sentient, my Americanized accent. Forgotten Boons, Concealed Caves. I think we're kind of past the point of getting Dante. Like, I don't think we can get Dante anymore, so I don't actually think this caves would give it to us. I probably should have paid more attention. I probably should have added capacity and then duped this guy, or even Branded Warrior, put one on both floors. To be honest, that might have been the play. We don't really have the money to go Merchant of Steel, which is the unfortunate part. Like right now, I'm kind of in a bad spot. I really want a Merchant of Magic, but we're not going to get that just yet. There aren't many artifacts I think that would save us, so I'm just gonna go this way, take the money, and then we'll try to find something good to do. Maybe like our cycle of life or something like that. Rail spike. Rail spike would be good on a restore, just to knock it out of the deck, or maybe a shiny stew. I think it's best on a shiny stew. Let's throw it here. Here, dude. Now you're yoked out of your mind. You look great. You've been working out? You've been avoiding the holiday season? Dupe any card. I could dupe this guy, and then he'd just go away next turn. Tiresome Climb might also not be a bad contender for the duping. Because I can kind of stun lock Seraph that way. Cycle of Life would be not bad. I would love to put holdover on this guy. Not gonna get it though. Awoken's Rail Spike could be good, especially if we catch Cycle of Life or Ritual Battle or any of our expensive cards. Awake, that's the other one I was looking for. Actually, yeah, no. I want 2 Awoken's Rail Spikes because I want to play these guys to knock out my like high cost cards, and then the rest of the deck should flow pretty smoothly. Yeah. Let's go with this. Let's go with Awoken's. That might not be the best play, but I think it'll be good. 160 health, in my opinion, is enough for us to heal up past Seraph the Patient's like melee weakness. I think what we can do is maybe invest a little bit of spell power in a restore, or in a couple of restores or something, and then that way we can out heal the melee damage. That would be ideal. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but that would be ideal. I do not want this, especially not for 200 coins, because it halves the amount of like benefit we get out of this Mark of Invasion. Totally not worth it. You get played there, per usual. You get played there. I would love to make you stronger, so I might as well do that, and then we'll just put that on you. Oh, I could have used that to kill, couldn't I? No, because it only had 2 damage. You go here. 3 kills, 25 damage, which is just going to continue to make you stronger, which is awesome. We might as well cultivate, get some cash. Raging doesn't really do anything, right? Because your 3 damage is still just hitting these guys. I think ideally we could take out like 2 of them. We're not going to be able to, though. I guess we could torch 2 of them. Yeah, torching 2 of them might not be a bad idea, especially because they trigger the revenge stack anyway. So let's torch, and then now at least you get hit with something. We'll put you down. Boom. I need to make sure this 190 health guy dies. Like we're gonna struggle against these 190 health units in the fight against Seraph. You are huge, and so you're protecting him. I also need spikes on the Sentient really, really badly. A Sharpen would have been fantastic, but we don't have that. You're gonna go well. You're gonna die. That's okay. You'll take 2 of them out with you. Regen. Torch maybe? Torch or heal? I want to scale quicker, so I think torching is the way to go. We're kind of just like trading off our Sentient's health for damage. Oh yeah, that was brutal. I totally underestimated how much. How many words can I make up in one series of Monster Train? I totally evaluated these guys wrong. I should have spent a little bit more time worrying about him, because this guy here will actually kill me. So you pay a little bit of attention to that. Piercing here would be fantastic. Glimmer on the top floor would be good as well. Rail Spike could be good. Would make all of these cards free, including Rail Spike. We could literally Rail Spike then Rail Spike. Yo dog, I heard you like Rail Spikes. How about we do that? Let's try that. I want to clear my hand first though, so I'm not actually drawing to full, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would only be able to draw 3, so I want to play this. That's gonna kill all you guys. This will daze you, but that's not good. I think I Rail Spike. Let's do it. Boom. Thank you for the Rail Spiking. Dazed 3 means all of you guys die. Boom. Oh, I maybe should have kept you, because then the Branded Warrior get the kill. That's whatever. I think you weren't going to die, so that was why I was initially expecting it. Cycle of Life helping you is now amazing. I can also torch for free. I can torch for free. I just want to make you as big as possible. I should have vented. I should have vented. For some reason, I was thinking that making this -2 would make the vent have the deal X -2 damage, but it doesn't. You don't upgrade it. You just draw it and then apply it to whatever the top X cost card is. So I should have done that, because then your 38 would actually get applied towards this Gilded Wing. But instead, I'm not gonna have that. This guy's gonna be spooky. So I need something to deal with him next turn. Oh, I just did a ton of damage to my Pyre by sending those guys up there. Didn't even consider that. Ooh, that was spooky. This will kill you, which is good. Yeah, no, since they deal so much damage whenever they're extinguished, I just did like 15 damage for no reason. That was a bad idea. That was a very bad idea. You get played for sure. I think you get played now. Oh, well. Oh, I can't play you anyway. That's fine. Just do this. Do that. Give me one of these. 149 is acceptable, I think. And now, like, everything in my deck should be pretty cheap, or nearly everything in my deck should be pretty cheap. Yeah, because of, yeah, like Cycle of Life costing 0 is fantastic. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. You're dead anyway. You are dead, so I'm not gonna touch you. Honestly, I was thinking I could just ascend him. It'll keep him alive a lot longer, so let's just do that. And then we'll do this. Okay, so I like the way we're set up. I want to get my health as high as possible. So this is the play, I think. I will ascend. No, I will rage and then just wait for you. Like, we'll take the damage from these guys. I could have killed them, but I think the rage here is worth way more. Yep, that's fine. So I will toss you out of the way. And I will Fire Bounty. Get the hell out of here. Oh no, that was a bad idea. I literally took 5 damage for no reason. Oops. All right, that's what I get for memeing, I guess. Don't do that. I took 5 damage for absolutely no reason. Oops. Oops. I had just known the mistake and then I did it anyway. Quick, huh? Quick's not a bad idea, is it? It actually doesn't really help us. Like, I guess Quick on Branded Warrior would save whatever units in front of him quite a bit of damage. So I guess I'll take it, but yeah, it doesn't really help that much. I don't want any of these. I already have 2, and I can barely play him as it is. I don't know how this deck's gonna be Seraph the Patient with 2,000 health, 4,000 health, whatever the heck it is. He is too spooky. So I'm a little spooked, scared. I think maybe we need to get Cycle of Life on like Holdover, some Merchant of Magic, and then get some health as like a buffer. We could also toss the 2 Stewards we're not worried about. I think that's better than duping anything. Unless we dupe Tiresome Climb, like we talked about. Tiresome Climb is going to be really, really good against Seraph. Actually, a Holdover Tiresome Climb would be amazing as well, but I don't know that we're going to get it. A Holdover Tiresome Climb could win this round. So I think that's worth it. Yes, I think that's worth it. I think we also toss a Restore, because once we get all these Stewards out, like the Stewards aren't as bad because once I play them, they're just kind of gone. I really need to get the Tiresome Climb as much as possible. Yeah, not able to do this. I don't think that any of these are better than just shooting for the Holdover Tiresome Climb. Okay, Holdover sick. I can't believe I got it. This is going to be really, really good, so we can play this as many times as possible. We just will keep Seraph like perma-dazed so that it's not dealing the 25 damage or whatever it takes onto our melee weakness. I think that's the play. Plus 10 magic power on Vent is going to be really good as well. That's going to let us clear out our backliners that we're scared of. It should be good now, actually. I now have a pretty good idea of how this will play, and I think we're going to be in a good spot. Cultivate seems to be really strong. Cultivate seems to be really strong. That 160 number is very good. I don't really care about that. I would prefer not to play you here, but I kind of have to. Sorry, Sarah. Please don't do it. We'll play you, and then I think we roll the dice. Oh, we got this one for free. Look at that. Wow. That was bad. That was just, in general, bad. So now I don't care about revenge triggers. Like, don't force revenge triggers. I would much rather just have, I would much rather just have units die. Like, I'm gonna kill him down here because I don't want him to deal 30 damage to my melee weakness sentient. Like that, this guy would be spooky. So I'm just gonna vent you. It's the easiest thing to do. I don't want to play any of these cards because I don't want to make Seraph any stronger. So I'm just gonna vent. This is not worth it. Nothing else that I have is worth it. And taking the stacks of revenge gave him 11. You're gonna die because you're quick. I'm probably gonna eat like a ton of melee weakness, which is not great. This is good. It's good to draw you as well. That worked out really nicely. If I could have ascended him twice and then Siren Songs, I totally would have done that, but I can't. This is good, I think, to get the regen stacks rolling. Or we eat the melee weakness. Nah, you can't do that. If you could eat melee weakness with torches, that'd be amazing. Like actually game breaking, to be honest. I can do this to save myself some damage later on, I think. We'll buff you, how about that? We'll heal you as well. Boom, boom. And I did buff Seraph by 1, but that's fine. Seraph will go to the top floor. You're not scary because you have damage shield. Ooh, we got this at the right time. This is the play. That's gonna be really good. So now you're dazed, so now I don't care how much damage you have, Seraph. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Seraph from here on out is like perma-stunned. We will no longer have to deal with Seraph. I'm pretty certain. Even though I didn't get to play the Inferno down here, I think we'll be okay. Maybe. I need to play this. I need to make sure you die, essentially. So we need to do that. We need to do that. I need to get you as big as possible. The problem we're going to run into now is just the regular units. Yeah, these two 190 boys, that's spooky. Seraph, get out of here. Continue to be dazed. I need to give you this just to let us survive. Just to make sure we can make it through. As much as I want to play this. That was a bad play. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. We have plenty of Ember. The -2 draw next turn is going to hurt us very badly. That was a bad play. Because everyone here is not going to die, and like, oh, we're close to dead. Very close to dead. Very close to dead indeed. I need to make sure that we can kill one of you guys, so like, that is incredibly important. Still not dead, huh? Still not dead. Oh, I think we're gonna die to this guy right here. I think this Gilded Wing is gonna kill me. And I don't think there's anything I can do about it. These hidden passages have turned out to be not a great idea. You are gonna damage me. I don't think there's much I can do. Like, I could tiresome climb one of you three, and that would save me a little bit. Instead of tiresome climbing Seraph, because you already have days 2, like that's fine. We have some leeway there. So let's just protect the pyre first off. Next, we need to get your health down to like 120, which we do not have. The problem of you being 189 means I have to waste 1 energy on you next turn, which just kind of sucks. Because you're quick, I'm not going to get the Cultivate trigger beforehand. Yeah, this scenario, we're probably dead. This is good. This will save. You're still dead. I don't want to escalate any of you guys. Oh, that's what I do. Yeah, he's dead now. All right, that kind of works. That does something at least. At least we have 1 down. Like that's a little bit better. Not much else we can do. Okay. Just gonna have to play it out. I am spooked. There may be a situation in which we Inferno that top floor. Just nuke it. So as long as your health is under... As long as you don't do 3 hits. So as long as your health is under 120. No, under 80. As it will be if I do that. We're fine. The only way to guarantee that your health gets below 80 is if I either Inferno you, and then I take out my whole stack, or if I daze you, and if I daze you 2, we'll get 80 free hits on you. So take this number minus 80. Which will put your health at like 90 something, and that's not enough to kill you. Like that's not that you'll just wake up and then beat my pyre. So I actually have to Inferno my own floor. Oops. All right, that's the only way we survive this, and we're barely going to survive it. I could also tiresome climb you, but then we'll have Seraph that patient next turn. Yeah, this will save us the most pyre health. I don't like it, but we'll save ourselves. The torches and stuff I'm not worried about. I'm going to give you some Wildwood Sap to keep you alive. Honestly, that to clear out the backliner, and then we're good. Okay, so I haven't gotten used to the cycle of life thing at all. I also am really scared about how much health you have. Like, yeah, you're coming up on the old dead zone. I should daze you. Get you out of here. That keeps him alive at the very least. I need to start healing you like crazy. A Wildwood like full health card would have done wonders. The problem is I don't have that. I also kind of messed up a little bit by throwing you up there that one turn. I have to now deal with the fact that the Cultivate trigger is switching back and forth between Animus of Will and Shiny Stew, which is like fine. I just prefer for that not to be the case. Like I would much prefer for you to be only on the 3 multi-strike unit, right? I need your health to be as high as possible, because Seraph otherwise is just going to murder me. Yeah, capital M murder. Ooh, we have the technology, but I don't have any cards that I can actually draw. So I don't know how it would work. Would it even draw anything? I'm going to be honest, I don't want to find out. I don't want to raise you because it's the final turn. I think we Glimmer. Keep your health up. We Cycle of Life you. You're not gonna die, you're not gonna die. I could throw you up and then both of you would die. Like, you don't really matter if you find the pyre on your own. Same with you. I probably should have thrown you up, honestly, and then done the Glimmer. Siren Song is worthless in this setup. I would like to maybe give us a tiny little bit of damage. Now the question comes, do I Tiresome Climb? I don't think it makes any sense to do it to you. I might as well Tiresome Climb the Steel Wing. And if I do that, I'll be out of Ember. I guess I could play Rail Spike. Like, the only way it makes sense to do it to you is if I climb and then I Siren Song. I'd rather you just die. So I'm gonna do this. You'll die. Everybody will gain a little bit because of the Cultivate trigger. You're kind of worthless up there. I can either heal or just get a free card. I'm gonna get the free card, and then hopefully it was anything but that. You're not gonna do anything. In fact, you actually gave Seraph more damage. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So I wasn't able to climb Seraph enough times because I had to pivot to using climb to save myself. I can't use it now. So now we're in a bad spot. We're only doing 400 damage. It's a little spooky. And I don't have enough health to save you. Yeah. Alright, there were ways to make this work. It was possible. Like, this deck had a scenario in which it worked. Get you out of there. 1,000 damage now. Cultivate. It's going up, but not by much. It makes more sense to cultivate. I should have put you in front of him, by the way. That was a bad idea, because then your damage shields would actually apply to the Animus at Will as well. I mean, one hit, this guy's dead, so I might as well do it to you. Heal. All right, 1251 is where my final number is. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, leaving a like is the easiest way to support me and to push the video through the old YouTube algorithm. We didn't make it, but that's okay. It was close. I think it was a valiant effort. The Cultivate trigger stack dealio is cool. There's a lot of strategies here I think that could work with it. I think maybe the Steward challenge wasn't the right fit for it. If you are new to the Monster Train series, if you came here because of Xbox Game Pass, I put out much more content like this, and hopefully many more as the DLC comes as well. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.